I hope you're ready to get some organizing done because in today's video I have so much organization motivation for you. I'm starting off by putting together this 3-tiered shelf I got from Walmart. It's the Hyper Tough brand, and I'm going to start off by showing you me putting it together. However, I had to cut a lot of the footage out because my son was being very helpful, but it was super easy to put together. It was $29, so around $30 with tax, from Walmart. And this is the area I'm going to be organizing. The kitchen is my pain point, one of my pain points in my house that can never stay organized. I put this corner shelf in here thinking that it would help, and it did for a little bit, but it needs a change. So I'm going to be putting 2 of the 3-tiered shelves here. They're able to stack, and they fit perfectly in this corner. So I'm going to be taking everything out, cleaning this little shelf off, and then putting the new shelf in here and organizing it. I'm so excited. It turned out so nice. So here's the shelf put together. It is, like I said, 3 tiers, so it made 6 shelves all together, and it looks so nice here. Here's me putting it in and trying to decide how I wanted to stack them, but it fit really well. And so our fridge used to be in this corner, so that's why it's empty right here. We moved our fridge, we got a new fridge and moved it over to the other side of the kitchen. So now this space is bare, which we would love to eventually put a pantry in here, like actual pantry cupboard. But for right now, this was a cheaper option, and it'll work. And it definitely works in this corner here. But I will say that if you don't like things being out in the open, it might not be for you, but I really liked it. And there's a way that I try to put things to make it look nicer, but still be functional. So my big thing was the vegetables that I have sitting out. So some potatoes, some garlic and onions. I wanted those to be in 2 different containers because it was just, they were together, and if like one would go bad, the whole thing would go bad type thing. But here I'm just putting my tea that I drink all the time in this little container, and I'm putting that on the shelf next to some of my husband's stuff that he puts in his drinks. And then I was able to put 2 containers on here with like our most recent or our most used items. So these are the containers I got at Walmart. It was a set of 4, I believe, for $10. And I am going to fill those up here in a second with some of our pantry items that I wanted to keep out and get organized. I'm also going to be organizing 2 of our cupboards that we have here in the kitchen as well that hold our food. So right now we don't have a pantry. This shelf will be our pantry. We have a pretty small kitchen. It's like a split entry style house. So it was built in the 90s, and it can definitely use some updating, but it's just not in the budget right now to do that. So I'm trying to optimize my spaces little by little, making this kitchen more functional. And I will say this shelf made this kitchen so much more functional for me. I was able to organize some things that we use most often, and when I tell you, just one little change can change your whole outlook on a space. And I just heard a quote, and I can't remember right off the top of my head where it was from, but basically they said, if you look around your room and something bothers you, if you make one little change, and if it's just one little change every day in that room, eventually that room will make you so happy, and it'll help your mood. It will help your whole life. It's just little changes, little by little, really do help with like mental health, with a lot of stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do, little by little, make little changes that just help my everyday life and make every day a little bit nicer, a little bit better. But we're almost finished with putting the pantry items on here, just moving stuff around. And it's a work in progress. Obviously, with organization, you might do it one way. Like I just organized this cupboard probably 6 months ago, and it already needs reorganized because you don't really know if it's going to work for you the first time you organize it. So it's an ongoing process, and that's okay. Each time it'll get better and better. Before you know it, you'll have the perfect organization, and then something else might, you might add something else to it and it might change it. But yeah, I just had to move a few things around, and it made the shelf look so much nicer, so much more organized. And that's my best tip, is just change stuff little by little over time, and it'll just help your whole mood. It makes your house feel so good. It's great.
Wide awake is the way that you left me, side by side in your car in the backseat. Wide awake is the way that you left me, oh. Now it's clear we are here back at your house, and I keep fading into the background. I'm wide awake, now you keep missing out for sure.
Now I will say, when I declutter or organize, the rest of the room looks pretty bad, but that's okay. That's what happens. So what I'm doing here is, these are my like Walmart bags and reusable bags, all these bags. What I decided to do, I hate them on the floor, just out. So I only kept a few of the Walmart bags. I'm going to put those in a cupboard, and then the reusable bags, I'm going to put them in the trunk of my car or down in my garage, so I will actually remember to take them to the store every time. I don't know why I do that to myself. I always forget them and then end up having to use bags. But so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put those downstairs and then recycle the rest of these Walmart bags. Usually you could take them to your local Walmart or local grocery store and you'll be able to recycle them. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to clean off this island that we have. My husband made this island. He got an idea off of a YouTube video, and so he made this, and it's been a game changer in our kitchen. So what I want to do is, I used to put a bunch of stuff on the bottom and I just hated the way it looked. You definitely can put stuff on the bottom of this. You can add hooks and all this kind of stuff, but it just wasn't working. So, and then here I'm using this little portable vacuum that iHOM sent me. I will leave the link in my description box. I really love it for the kitchen. Oh my gosh, it works so well. I'm constantly spilling like rice, and then there's constantly like dried cheese everywhere. So it worked really nice. But yeah, I'm just going to clean off the countertops and then get this island all clean. I did end up having to put stuff on the bottom of the island just temporarily, but yeah, you'll see here in a minute, it's going to look much better. But yeah, I'm just wiping off the counters, giving it a good wipe down with this jaw degreasing cleaner. It's like a kitchen cleaner, it's just a degreaser, and getting this all cleaned up. So here's this side of the kitchen all finished. Oh my gosh, it feels so much better to have clear countertops and have all of my pantry stuff organized. So here I'm just going to be sweeping off the bottom of the island, and then you'll see the shelf here on the left that I took out. I'm going to actually use that in our bathroom, and that'll be at the end of this video, so stick around to see what I do with that shelf in the bathroom. But yeah, we're going to also organize the right side of the kitchen here. So you're going to see that's a bunch of coffee boxes, right? That's not what's actually in them. We don't drink coffee. It's canned, it's mason jars that are actually from my grandparents who can vegetables. And it's been a while since I've remembered to take them to my grandparents when I see them. So I need to do that. So I'm actually putting all of those boxes under my island so that I know to take it next time, because it'll just bother me. So hopefully that'll make me remember. And then I'm just moving over the dog food. It fits so much nicer in this corner. And I'm just going to give the floor a nice vacuum. And then we're moving on to this little, like, I guess bar area you can call it. I just keep my mugs and my KitchenAid up here. So I'm just giving it a quick wipe down, cleaning it off a little bit. And then that will be it for the majority of the kitchen. Let me tell you, when I walked into the kitchen, or when my husband came home and I showed him the kitchen, he was like blown away. I'm like, it's just one little change. I just added the shelves, and it changed the look of our kitchen. It looks so much nicer. Yeah, it needs an update, but this, in the meantime, will do just fine. So yeah, you'll have to let me know in the comments. What do you think we should change the tile floors? So like I said, we want to do a remodel in here. My husband wants to keep the tile floors and I want to do something different. So let me know in the comments. Do you recommend just keeping the tile floors or should we change them up? I kind of want to change them, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. So yeah, here is the finished shelf. I think it looks really, really good. It works so well. And then the countertops, they're nice and cleaned off. I hate super messy cabinets and countertops, so this works good. I have extra space in here for additional stuff that I would need. This cabinet, so nice. So I'm really, really happy with it. And you'll see here in a second, yeah, all those jars. I will get rid of those hopefully soon. And then this was just some random stuff I had on top, some snacks I was eating. But yeah, it looks so much nicer and I'm really happy with it. So now we'll be moving on to the bathroom. I organized it in a few videos ago, and I have this little white shelf here on the left. It just really hasn't been working out for us. So when I saw the opportunity to use this shelf in here, I was like, this will be perfect. So I'm just going to be moving stuff around. I'm not doing a super deep clean in here because when I'm organizing, I'm just doing like a surface clean, and because if I have to organize and then deep clean at the same time, sometimes that just gets very overwhelming, and you don't want to be overwhelmed when you're trying to do some organizing or decluttering or anything like that. So try to stick to one task at a time. You'll see me, I'm going to do some cleaning as far as vacuuming and just wiping the walls down here, but it's not going to be anything super deep cleaning. And you'll see it looks like watermarks on the wall. So it's from like people drying their hands off after washing their hands. It's not like somebody didn't use the restroom on the wall, but it's just water. So I'm just dusting the wall off and cleaning off the floors. And then I'm going to be putting this corner shelf, which worked absolutely perfect. This is a super small bathroom. This is our main bathroom. This is where we shower and all that. So I wanted to make it super functional, but also like I didn't want it to feel super crowded because it is a small bathroom. So I will move that white shelf out of here. I'll use that someplace else. But yeah, I'm just putting some towels on here, toilet paper, and so not only did I organize my kitchen, but I also was able to reuse the shelf in here. And yeah, it was so nice. I'm just showing you some Disney World soaps that I keep, and yeah. But yeah, so I was able to not only organize my kitchen, but also reuse it into the bathroom. And that made me super happy. So I organized 2 spaces and yeah, it just changed the whole mood of the house, I swear. So we are getting towards the end of this video. I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. If you made it to the end, please leave me a purple heart in the comments. I just so appreciate you watching my video today. I hope you subscribe, stay a while, like this video, and thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye guys.